Hi everyone, I'm Sing Salem and welcome you to the series guide for the game Town Salem. Town Salem is a game of trust and deception developed by Plank Media Games. Let's start to the guide. So, I'm a sheriff, so what? I've heard many complaints in the forum of Town Salem. People are just stupid. They won't listen to me. I told them I'm a sheriff. Nothing is right, this town is doomed. So this guy is made just for the beginners and to help them to get hands to the game. Firstly, we need to know who this sheriff. The sheriff is a job with an alignment as town investigative, and they have the unique power to can tell the mafia and serial killer from just one check. So this is a very powerful role and important role for town side. So they can be compared to the eye of the town. Without the sheriff, the town cannot know who the evildoer. So firstly, start from the basics. There are three principles that I think would be important to any role, especially the sheriff. Firstly, you should be aware that there are many ways to win, and this guy just presents you one of them. This guys is my experience would help me a lot in my game, and hopefully it can help you. But be creative, you can find your own way as well. Second, this guy cannot be used as replacement from actually learning the game, learning the rule. Because the more you know about the game, the more advantage you have over the other players. So try to get more knowledge and know a lot about the game, about the ability, about the rest of other class. Also, be sure to be fair play and be polite to everyone. It could help you a lot in the game, and you will enjoy the game a lot more. So let's start to our lesson. Here's the wish list of the traits that successful sheriff may have. Firstly, stay low. Put everything you find on last wheel. Keep track of what happened. Raise voice at the right time. And make sure your accusation kill. So now we will continue to the lesson, one at a time. Lesson 1. Stay low. As a sheriff, you can detect serial killer and normal mafia member right away. So you are a very valuable asset to the town, and also number one target to mafia or serial killer. Therefore, you shouldn't tell people you are sheriff unless you have something to tell. For example, some name to link. Also, usually it's best to find true bad guys before start lynching. This is only my experience, but you think about that. A sheriff is usually just one sheriff of a game, and usually if you find one guy and link them and claim you are a sheriff to link them, then you may be the target next night. So be careful, because that if you die when you just be able to link just one guy, is not very efficient, economical for the sheriff. The third point, I cannot insist enough. Write your result in the wheel, because the sheriff is the eye of the town. So that it's important for the town to know your latest result. It's your responsibility. Also, please restrain yourself from having the wrongly accused townies. For example, you investigate someone, know them is innocent, but they get wrongly accused and maybe get lynched. It may be tempting to step out and protect the innocent guy, but please remember the sheriff is very important in fighting bad guy. So if you step out just to help someone like medium, it's not very helpful. And so think twice, because you step out and you get killed next night, and the town will lose a very important member. So think twice before trying to protect someone. Second lesson, write your report. Okay, again, I must insist that you should write the result in your last will. The typical structure of a last will is like this. Your name, your role in the sheriff, Night 1, Tom Hanks, not suspicious, Night 2, Tom Riddle, Mafia, blah blah blah. You must write before you get killed, or the will not be saved. Also, be aware that you cannot detect the Godfather and arsonist. That's why the will you just can write not suspicious, not innocent. And also, try not to write shorthand, because it will confuse new players as well. For example, don't write NS for not suspicious, because new players may not know it. Lesson 3. Be aware of your surroundings. So, as sheriff, you also need to observe the town. A good town or a bad town, you must decide which of your town is. If your town is a good town, people will try to deduce from clues, from evidence, from facts. If your town is a bad town, then people will enjoy random lynching because of bad name, behavior, whatever. So, be sure to use this knowledge to your advantage when you start lynching someone. Also, try to keep track of people's last will in this list, as this will provide you the second source of information which will support your investigation and your conclusion. Also, it will help you to figure out which jobs still remain living. Let's take an example. In the below picture, in the result, you can see that there's serial killer, one medium, one executioner, and one unknown role. So you can tell for sure that there are 3 mafia left, and there's one janitor among them, one godfather and one janitor. The second thing is that there are about 6 townies left, including maybe one jailer, maybe not, and one neutral being left, and there are one any role. Also, you can tell that if you can use it your knowledge, because that for example, if an investigator step out and claim that someone is janitor, so it's very likely the case because the medium dead, and yeah, it's unlikely to be true medium, possible but unlikely. So you can use this knowledge to your advantage to judge that who innocent or not. Another example, in the classical game, and 2 doctors are dead. Because in classical game, there are only 2 protectors, doctor and protector. So mostly there are no protector left, and so you almost surely die next night if you reveal yourself as sheriff, because no one left to protect you. So you can consider the ability of letting someone else talk for you. For example, you can whisper to some trusted one to tell them to speak out for you. Okay, and another case, if in classical game and only one doctor is dead and no bodyguard is dead, so you can reveal yourself and ask either the anonymous doctor or bodyguard to sell you. However, don't expect anything, because anything can happen. Your bodyguard or doctor may be roadblock that very night and you may get unlucky. So a quick quiz. Until around where living people are: 1 godfather, 1 mafia killing, 1 serial killer, 1 sheriff, 4 townies, and 1 executioner. You discover the serial killer and the mafia already. What will you do? A. Claim you are the sheriff, lynch the mafia. B. Claim you are the sheriff, lynch the serial killer. C. Claim you are the lookout, lynch the mafia. D. Claim you are the sheriff, tell the town about the mafia and serial killer. I will leave the answer for you. Four. Timing it right. As a sheriff, if you step out too soon, your deed will have low to the town. But if you step out too slow, probably at that time there are no good people left. So it's very important to time it right. In my experience, it's around the 3 to 5 may be a good time to review, providing that you find about 2 bad guys already. And if you do accuse someone, do it early in the discussion phase, because that if you do it slow or in voting phase, people might not have enough time to think about your claim. So maybe you cannot vote or link the evildoers in that day and the killer had one more night. Maybe do that next night. So try to do it early. Also pay attention to the result, and as I said before, don't let the mafia number greater than half a town number, because at that time the mafia can link anyone or at least prevent lynching. So at that point the town is almost fully lost. Number 5. Link in workflow. As sheriff, you are a very silent man. You don't attract attention, you hardly speak anything. But when you speak, one man will be linked. So keep your confidence and stick with the truth. It may be tempting to claim that you are a lookout, to accuse some mafia so that they will get links, and not so afraid that they will get you killed next night. But pay attention because one investigator and another lookout may easily check that you are lying, so the attorney will not believe you after that. So in my opinion, it's no good the trouble for lying when you are a sheriff, but that's your choice. Okay, and the second point, focus in one bad guy at a time. So this is a very common mistake for sheriff, because you can only link one at a time, except when you have jailer, but that's another case. But usually you can only link one person at a time. So for example, you find out the one mafia and one serial killer. So you want to link the serial killer so that they won't kill next night. So surely you should link the serial killer first, and to do so you shouldn't tell the town who is the mafia yet, because if you tell only the serial killer, the mafia will help you to link the serial killer, because serial killer is their enemy. So you will have maybe 1 or 2 or even 3 more votes for easily linking the serial killer. If you tell both the town, both the serial killer and the mafia, then the mafia will not admit that you are the sheriff, because you vote against them already too. So you have less votes, and maybe the serial killer will not get linked that day, and you may be dead next. Also, last but not least, that you should voice your accusation clearly in capital. Repeat if there's much noise in discussion. For example, Voldemort is serial killer. If I'm wrong, help me tomorrow. It's a very strong confirmation that will catch the attention of anyone. And as sheriff, when you step out to links, you must show everyone heard you. Also, the counter strategy. As the sheriff, you must be aware of the counter strategy. In the early game, the mafia and serial killer will try to hunt down sheriff and investigator as fast as possible, because they are the eyes of the town. If they can get the sheriff down, this will be huge blow to the town. Also, for a sheriff step out and do early accusation to the mafia will likely hint that you are the executor. It will be very trouble for you, because that even the investigator cannot tell the sheriff from the executor. So mafia will maybe likely to gain more time. Also, to the middle or to the end game, most likely your position as sheriff has been confirmed. So it will be not easy for mafia to kill the sheriff, because he may be guided by the doctor or even bodyguard. So Mafia may try to roadblock the sheriff. Because if the sheriff is roadblocked, he can investigate, so he cannot do anything, so the sheriff is useless. The second solution for Mafia may be to blackmail the sheriff. The sheriff may still investigate, but they cannot tell anyone. So they cannot tell anyone about their finding until he dies. So this is also an effective strategy to buy some time. Also, if there are no protector class left, then the sheriff will be the next target. That's all for today. Thank you all for watching, and please sure to submit to our channel